Welcome back, guys. As we all know that TCS recently conducted its mock Vita 2. So we are starting this new series in order to solve all the questions that were asked there. And just so you can stay updated, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Okay, because we will be uploading a hell lot of videos. Now, moving on to the problem description. Today we'll be solving Swayamvar. And just a tip, this question is very lengthy, but the answer is really easy. Okay, a ceremony where a bride chooses a groom from an array of eligible bachelors is called swayamvar, but this is a swayamvar with difference. An array of bride to be will choose from an array of groom to be. Most of the info that they have given us in this question is useless, but there are some key points hidden, and we need to notice them. So the arrangement at this Swayamvar is as follows. Brides to be are organized such that the most eligible bachelorette will get first chance to choose for her groom. Only then the next most eligible bachelorette will get a chance to choose her groom. Okay, so it's priority basis. If the initial most eligible bachelorette does not get a groom of her choice, none of the brides to be have any chance at all to get married. So unless a senior bachelorette is out of the queue, the junior bachelorette does not get a chance to select her groom to be. Okay, and just to give you a hint, suppose there are 10 brides and 10 grooms, and there are 9 matches possible, 9 perfect matches possible. But if the first bride, her match is not available, then none of the matches will be declared. Okay, none of them will get married because we are, sort of doing a priority basis. So, okay. So initial state of grooms to be in such the most eligible bachelor is at the head of the queue, the next most eligible bachelorette. Okay, so the groom part, it's useless. We don't need it. Okay, now everything hinges on the choice of bachelorette. Yes, girls are everything. If bachelorette select the bachelor, both the bachelorette and the bachelor are now bride and groom. Okay, don't need that. If the most eligible bachelorette passes the most eligible bachelor now moves on to the next. Okay, this was also useless. So the only important point till now was that if the first person does not get a match, then all the persons that are following her, all the brides that are following her, they won't get a match. Okay, so now let's see how a pair is formed, how a match is formed. Okay, and quite interestingly, it is formed on the basis of drinks. Given a mix of selection or passing over, different pairs will be formed. The selection criteria is as follows: each person either drinks rum or mojito. Bride will choose groom only if he drinks the same drink as her. Quite liberal. There are equal number of brides and grooms for the Swayamvar. Tyrion as the, okay, so it's GOT. Input format. First line contains one integer n. Okay, so we will be provided with uh, basically what? How many brides and grooms there are, and both of them will always be equal. And after that, we will be provided with two strings. The strings will state what kind of drink, what kind of drink the particular person drinks. Okay, now instead of wasting time here, let's move on to the part of analyzing the question. So suppose we have two parts, RRMM, MR. Okay, so this is the first person, R. Uh, this is the first, let's say this is the first bride, R. Firstly, I think we'll be provided with the bride first. Yes. Okay, so first, our bride prefers drinking rum, and the first groom prefers mojito. So she will reject him, and he will move back to the line. Okay, so the pattern will become RMRM, and now this bride R will get a match R. Will get a groom who drinks rum, so they'll enjoy together. Okay, so now both of them will get matched, and we'll remove them from our queue. After that, again comes this R. So she'll try to find someone who drinks rum again, and she'll encounter a person who drinks mojito, so she'll reject it. And after that, that guy will move on to the back of the queue, and now this person will check again. This person, this bride will again check that this other groom, does he drink rum or not. So he does drink, and so both of them will again get matched, and similarly will happen for the other bride. Okay, so basically we have to provide an output which tell how many number of pairs are left unmatched. So here basically all of them got matched, so we can't, basically we have to print 0. Now suppose if we had an input like this, RM, and MMR, one thing, the first thing that strike to us is like, suppose if R, if we calculate how many number of R there are and how many number of M there are, and we subtract them and take an absolute, will that be our answer? A few cases might run, but others won't. Why? Because what you are thinking is, you know count how many are there in bride. So suppose, let's check R bride, basically the brides that drink rum. Here we have two, and brides that drink mojito are again two. Okay, now we'll be calculating how many husband, sorry, how many grooms drink rum. So we'll get only one drink, and after that we'll calculate how many grooms drink mojito. So again we'll get three. Okay, so you might think, why not let's just subtract this. 2 minus 1, we'll get 1 from here, and 3 minus 2, again we'll get 1 from here, and we add it. 1 plus 1, 2. And yes, you will definitely pass all the public test cases with this sort of thinking, but unfortunately you will fail the private cases. Why? Because there is the only important condition here was that, where was it line, if the most eligible, no, if the bachelorette, no, where was it? Okay, I forgot. Basically, the first bride, if she does not find a groom of her choice, then none of the brides will get married. Okay, suppose the first bride drinks rum and other all drinks mojito, and all the boys drink mojito also. There could be matches, but no, there won't be. Why? Because this first person, she won't get any groom, she won't be able to make any pair. So what she'll do, she'll reject all the boys, and so will all of these girls. They won't be able to choose a match. Okay, now this won't only happen for the first person. Suppose there are three other persons who drink rum, and we have two boys who drink rum. Okay, so two matches will be made. But what about this third one? Since this match won't be made because there is no other grooms that drink rum, so all of these brides, they won't be able to match with any other groom. Okay, enough with this explanation. Let's try to move on to the interesting part, the coding part. Okay, what's the input? The input is, let's see. Okay, wait a second. Okay, so the input is, first we'll get the number of bride and groom. After that, I'll just take an input of what kind of drink they have. Okay, so my groom also drinks. Quite a weird question for teenagers. Okay, so sorry for that. That was my cat. Okay, now where were we? Okay, so now we do need to calculate how many grooms drink rum and how many grooms drink mojito. Why? Because on that basis we will be able to determine if the bride can find someone of her choice without iterating through the whole bride's drink list. Sorry. Okay, so now we'll be iterating in the groom's drink list, and check what kind of drink the groom drinks, since there can be only two possible possible options. So it's either rum or anything else. If it's rum, I'll just increment gr, otherwise I'll increment gm. Okay, now I need to count how many pairs I was able to make. So I'll initialize a variable name count. Okay, now I'll iterate through the bride's drink list. Now what I'll check, the first bride. Okay, since we are iterating sequentially, I'll check the first bride. What does she drink? If does she drink rum or she drinks something else? By else I only have an option of mojito. Okay, so if she drinks R, I'll check, is there is there a groom left that drinks rum? Because gr will show me the count of how many grooms drink rum. So if gr is greater than 0, means, sorry for mother tongue, if gr is greater than 0, then it will mean that yes, there is a groom that drinks rum and you can match with him. Okay, so firstly, if gr is greater than 0, then I'll decrement my count of gr and I'll increment my count of matches. So count plus equals to 1. Otherwise, if no gr is possible, sorry, if no groups drink rum, then I'll simply do one thing, I'll just break. Because since the most powerful one, the most important bride is not getting married, the others also shall not be. Okay. But in other case, if my bride drinks mojito, I'll have to check that is there a groom that drinks mojito, and I'll do the same thing that I did before. If GM is greater than 0, then I'll decrement GM with 1 and I'll increment my count with 1. But in other case, I'll have to break. Okay. And the answer will not be count. The answer will be, since you have to show how many matches were not able to made. Can count shows how many matches were made. So total number of matches were n. So I'll print n minus count. So this is the solution of our question Swayamvar. Pretty decent, not question, pretty easy question. Okay, but the question was very large. People might get scared. So the first thing that you should be aware of, that code beta will ask you, you know, lengthy questions, very lengthy questions, but don't get afraid because the answers are, like this. The lengthier the question, the simpler the answers. They are inversely proportional, the length to the basically complexity of the code. Okay. Okay, let's now run this code. Okay, no errors. So suppose we have four matches and they drink RMRM, the bride drinks, and the groom drinks MRMR. 2, the answer should be 0. Wait, I think I made some mistake. Let me just cross check it. Okay, okay, okay. It should be GR minus. Okay, sorry, little mistakes made due to my rush. 4, RMRM, 0. Great, perfect. Now let's try another example. Suppose we have 4 again, and the options were MR, MR, and the grooms only drink RMM. So only one. Okay, so basically one match will be not made. Why? Because first, the first bride drinks M and she'll be able to find M. The second bride drinks R and she will be able to find R. The another bride, she drinks M, and she will be able to find a partner who drinks Mojito. But the last one, she won't be able to find a partner. So we only have one unmatched pair. Okay, so this was the solution to Swayamvar question. I hope you understood it because it was pretty simple. Okay, so after this, we'll be solving other questions that were asked in mock beta. And thank you for watching this video.